G'day folks, and welcome to the Frustrated Dropshipper. In this video I'm going to cover the question of how reliable is Shopify. Now I know a few people are going to argue with me that Shopify is not worth the cost, especially that there is a monthly fee associated with Shopify, and depending on which plan you choose it can run into over $100 per month, and that's a lot for a lot of people just getting started out. However, I do recommend that you use Shopify. I've run stores in the past. I've used a few of the open source scripts to run e-commerce stores. I've tried with the WordPress blog. I've used oscommerce. I've used Magento. I've used Prestashop, I think was the other one. And I had all of these running on my own server. But to be completely honest with you, it was never an enjoyable experience. It's always something going wrong, which something you need to fix, and I end up just shutting it down, closing down my stores, and not bothering with it. It wasn't worth the hassle. So just last couple of years or so I've been using Shopify for all my stores. Obviously it does get a bit expensive when you're running multiple stores, but hopefully once you get up and running you'll start making enough money to cover your monthly expenses. Not too bad. It's only $30 a month US, I believe, is the base rate. So it only takes a few sales during that, so I think it's worth it. Either way, getting back to your question of how reliable is Shopify itself, well, first and foremost, it's used by a lot of big brand name companies such as Hasbro and many others. So you obviously, just that alone should tell you that it's a reliable platform. If these big corporations are using Shopify's platform for their stores, then it must be reliable. It's just common sense. In saying that, there are ways that you can check and see how reliable it is. So if you're on the fence to decide if you want to get Shopify, why not just keep an eye on their status page. So right here under shopifystatus.com, this is their server status page. So this shows you all systems and the current status at any given time. So if you think or not if you think, but if you're considering getting Shopify and you want to see how reliable it is, why not log in here a couple times per day and have a look and see if you see any issues. So as you can see right now, there's no known issues across their admin, reporting, API, which is their programming for the back-end kind of stuff for apps and things of that nature, their support system, their checkout, their storefront, the third party, and the point of sale system. So they keep status updates on all of these, and if there's any slowness, they'll put it in as degraded. If there's stuff not working, it'll be a partial outage, and if it's completely down, it'll be a full outage. So I would recommend coming back here every once in a while, having a look and seeing how often you see problems. In my opinion, I don't think you need to. It is a very reliable system, but if you are the type that wants to check that, this is a perfect place to see how reliable Shopify is. As well, you can always use third-party websites as well. This one here, statusgator.com. You can go there /services/Shopify, and you can go and look at the history of Shopify over the last few months. So for this one here, it shows you, obviously you can see in the calendar all the times that it's been up and how many times it's been down. Take this with a grain of salt. Like, you might look at this and say that it looks like there's been a problem every single month with Shopify. Why would I want to use Shopify? Many of these areas may not be anything severe, and may not be anything that affects your store or your sales. Like obviously on November 24th, the admin section was down, but it's only for some stores. So there may be 10,000 stores and only 5 of them cannot access their admin page, and that might not even be necessarily Shopify related. It could be a bad cookie or something on their computer that's causing the website to crash. There's many factors to cause it. So that's it. I don't want to make this video go on for too long. So my biggest recommendation is, if you want to know how reliable Shopify is, just look at the other big companies. Obviously, if they're using the platform, it's got to be reliable. They wouldn't use it if it wasn't. If you want to keep an eye on it yourself, go to the Shopify status page and have a look there and see if you see how often it goes down. And last but not least, you can always use a third-party service that watches websites online and see how often it goes down and what kind of problems it is. So if you sign up for their service here, you can go back and look over the last 5 years of Shopify history and see how often it went down and what kind of problems it was. For me as a Shopify owner, there's two areas that are the only thing I'm concerned with. Are you able to display my web page to my customers, and can I get in there and fulfill orders? That's it. That's all I really need to know is, can you take the payments from my customers and get the orders, and can I fulfill those orders? Anything else I'm not that concerned with. If it's running a bit slow because they're having a problem, okay, it's frustrating, but it's not a big deal. And as long as it's not down and I can get my work done, then I'm happy. But all in all, I think Shopify is a reliable platform and I think you should use it. And that's it. I hope you found the video useful. Sorry if I rambled too much. If you like this type of video, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps my channel, it really helps me, and I plan on releasing a lot more Shopify related videos, and as well as other business related videos and anything to do with dropshipping, as this is a dropshipping channel. So if you got any questions, post them below. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day and see you later.